Well, this might be a good opportunity for me to talk about the things that I don't like on this bike. I mean, there's very few things that I actually don't like. This is the 1299, the standard. It's not the S, it's not the R. If I were to get caught up with a straight up review that I will probably do later, I'd be so busy talking about the things that I like that it's not going to have a good contrast or, you know, a differing opinion. Right off the bat, and I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with this, that the mirrors are fixed. They can't fold. So if you live somewhere where you can lane split and the traffic's pretty tight, then you're kind of out of luck. The second thing is that this bike gives off a lot of heat. In the past, the 1199 gave off a ton of heat under the seat, so much so that they issued an additional heat shield, because one of the pipes comes straight out of the engine and just loops right under your seat. Like if there were no seat, your butt would be sitting right on that. But this heat shield does a pretty good job at deflecting heat. It's not to say the bike doesn't get super hot, but it kind of roasts your legs instead of your butt. The other thing that's kind of bad is this cowl or seat. I mean, you can't even put lasagna in there. You know, what good is an Italian bike if you can't put pasta in it? Oh well. Good thing I have a backpack. Or maybe you just slurp some pasta sauce into it. I guess another thing that I don't like is that the clutch is super stiff. I mean, the clutch is stiff, but at the same time, I'm 6'3", 200 pounds, so it's not like I'm a child trying to squeeze the thing, but it's noticeably stiff. Especially up around Chicago, if you get stuck in any kind of traffic, you're in for a workout. And this for me is primarily going to be a road bike. So, I mean, it would have been nice to have super good gas mileage, which isn't going to happen on a 1299. I mean, a lot of this is going to be compared to the BMW S1000RR, where, you know, it has cruise control and, you know, gets great gas mileage and active suspension. But, I mean, the Panigale S doesn't have, I mean, it's got semi-active suspension, so like if you're coming into a turn, or if you're braking, you know, it pumps up the front fork, and if you're accelerating, it pumps up the, you know, the shock and the swing arm. So it's not like the BMW S1000RR that's reacting to bumps in the road. That guy can't get enough. Mean mugging. And this thing doesn't get as good a gas mileage as the BMW S1000RR, but if I'm cruising, it'll maybe do like 45 to 50. But if I'm hammering on it, it might get 25 to 28. And it is doable to get a decent range out of a gas tank. But I mean, the joke is that this thing will pass anything on the road except the gas station. And I think the last thing is just going to be, you know, why the semi LED headlight. You know, either make it all the headlights, or make it, you know, none. Because this thing does look beautiful. It has beautiful LED headlights, but it also has regular old standard headlights, and I don't understand why. You might as well give you a few extra luxury items like LED headlights. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the rear cowl, like where the passenger seat would go, you have to take it, you have to take it off and then undo some screws and then put some weird brackets on, and then you're able to put the seat on. That's a little weird. Let's say if you want the cowl on there, or if you want the seat on there, make it one piece, make it slip on and off. You know, make the cowl one piece instead of this weird two-piece thing that you have to stick on there. And then make the exact same thing with the seat. Well, I'll tell you what though, everything that I'm saying that I don't like is just a nitpick, you know. Oh, Stingray Corvette. I mean, I have to really sit and think about the things that I don't like about this bike in order to come up with something, because the moment I do a video about positive things, it's just going to be me saying, oh, I love this and I love this and everything's great, and I can't think of anything that I hate about it, because that's truly how it is. You know, I really have to split hairs to come up with negative things. Oh yeah, this is a thing in Chicago. You get out into the intersection in case the light turns yellow. Then you're like, oh, I have to go because I can't stay in the intersection. Well, really, you should have waited at the line. Just like everywhere else in the country. Mean mugging. Just got out of the hardware store. The guy saw me walking around with my helmet, and I got in behind him checking out, and he said, oh yeah, I ride too. And I said, what do you ride? And he said, oh, I ride a Harley Sportster, and said I used to ride a Harley 1200, and he started telling me all these stories. Another thing that guy said, he goes, oh, I don't wear a helmet, blah blah blah. What an idiot. Oh, there's a Harley place right there. I had no idea. Ooh, and Portillo's. Portillo's is the closest thing we have around here that matches the hype of In-N-Out. Nothing will match the hype of In-N-Out, but Portillo's is damn good. My uncle, the same one that had the camera on the back of his F-150 when we went on that beer run, he said that his office moved buildings, his business moved office buildings, and they said it was right next to a Portillo's, and something else, and he said, because I'm retiring in X amount of months, and I'm going to eat lunch at Portillo's every day. This guy's killing me. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that's upsetting about this bike. Other than the fact that it wants to go 100 miles an hour all day, every day. No, let me take that back. It wants to go like 160 all day, every day. I mean, in sixth gear, it doesn't like 45 miles an hour. Like right now, that you can feel the V-twin. It's just like lumbering.
Do you have a Barbie on the back of you?
No.
The other day there was a guy.
Yeah, you too. Rubber side down, huh?
Driving the motorcycle, and listen, my grandkid was laughing, and I'm like, "Why are you laughing?" He said the motorcycle. He says, "Look on the back."
Was it this one?
Yeah.